Hi everybody, welcome, hello, greetings, salutations, my name is Yuntow. Today, we're doing some Term the Star action. That's right, it's week 3, Division H, and I'm hoping that we're gonna have a great old time. Now, these two teams is Team Optic versus 601. Let's freaking go! Let's freaking go. All right, we should be good to go. Boop. All right, everybody. It's the first match on. We're going to see how this plays out. Now, again, this is going to be the 1v1 to determine what side people want to play on. And then we'll be inviting people into the lobbies and getting this to show on the road. But once again, my name is Yuntow. I'll be casting for this match for these two teams. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. And I hope we get to see some sick action from both these teams. We'll go over the maps and stuff like that here in a second. But again, this is just the trial mech. Look at that linebacker on the phone. You guys will get to see all the information about who's winning, who's got points, and my wonderful face in a second. But first, let's see this mechs pop off. Turning off the music for right now because we don't care about that. We want to see what these guys can do. So, linebacker, and just to confirm that you guys get to see the build, this is Sniperman 672 representing for Skywarders of Terror or Team Optic for right now. 6 medium pulse, and then of course Brandon on the very far opposite side doing the exact same thing because again, these are trial mechs. No skills, no enhancements, just, well, raw skill. That good skill. And this is good old Mech Factory. Isn't it beautiful? Both mechs are taking up a lineup. It looks like they're trying to see if they get the spot. Both of them looks like they're looking towards the center of the map. Sniper Man might be able to get the peak here in a second. Look at them go, and bop! There goes Brandon. Left torso being somewhat opened up. We not cored out just yet. Return fire is going. We have Sniperman to 89%, but he got the first shot. Let's see if he's able to catch it up. Brandon trying to get a bit closer, using those peaks to his advantage. That little ramp side right there. Love that angle right there. Let's see. He's looking to get the... There we go. Good weight. Oh, but that left torso does go off, so it's down to 3 medium pulses against Sniperman 6. Sniperman does have his left torso ready to pop as well. Sniperman feeling it, though. Once they get a little bit closer, will he be able to do so? Oh! Sniperman does drop to the low ground. Brandon, though, going up into the ramp, trying to take advantage of the height that has now been given to him. Is he going to jump for it? No, I think he's going to wait. So the thing about 1v1s, sometimes you just want to wait for them to come into the angle. And I think that's what we're seeing here. Brandon is actually utilizing that quite well, taking advantage of the angle. Was able to get one of the arms off. Still has the 6 medium pulses, though, to salvage because most of them are on the side torsos. Sniperman still has a big advantage right now. Whoa! Oh, I have to say, Summerman, he actually didn't get any damage reg right there. There we go, 67%. Brandon still trying to take the angles, take the peaks when he can. Ooh, left torso ready to pop for Summerman right there. Brandon doing a great job using the terrain available to him. Brandon actually bringing it back with 65% versus the 66. Oh, 65. Good job, Brandon. Let's go. Ooh, Brandon's actually keeping the trade, so utilizing that terrain beautifully right now. Summerman has to be careful. That left torso is ready to pop. Now they're both at 60%. Literally, they could not... Oh, there we go. 57% is the drop there. So now they're both down to 3 medium pulses. Again, the 1v1 determines the side and gives your team a point. So this is all you could want for and wish for. 56% by both teams. Ooh, they're both hugging. They're both loving. Now it's about who can center torso twist better. Oh, looks like every man is cored open. Brandon doing a good job. Waiting for the shot to go fire off. Was he able to shift some of it over, though? Oh, but one touch, Brandon. Oh, let's go! Good job, Brandon. Bringing it back. Even though we were opened up first, they were able to salvage it and bring it back altogether. So let's see what team sides they pick up. Brandon did a really good job salvaging that fight, even though they did lose their tough torso early on in the match. We'll publish the stats because I think they need to have those stats published, even if it's a 1v1. Great damage from both, I'm assuming. Yeah, look how close it was. 313 to 302. And again, Brandon won it, I believe, because of the angles he was able to take. All right, there we go. So yeah, Papa Spud, well-loved old-timer. Let's see if that love is going to carry through. Let's see if that range is as much as they're saying. All right, we're starting over here at the Team 1 side. Wait, hold up. Before I have a breakdown. Yeah, Team 1 side. Okay. Just want to make sure I just played on this match. So I should know better than this. All right, so Team Optic coming in hot with Sniperman and Arctic Cheetah Prime, Gripster and Arctic Cheetah E. We got Papa Spud in the Viper, a Rick that's bringing a Timberwolf, and Optic Seagull also bringing a Timberwolf. Love this stuff. Let's see what kind of builds we have. Beautiful paint scheme by Optic Seagull, bringing 4 small pulse and a SRM 6s. The Vipers, ooh, beautiful decals as well. 8 machine guns and 5 heavy small lasers. We got the Arctic Cheetah running away. 6 small pulse, very classic build as well. We have 3 small pulses and 6 heavy machine guns coming out of Grifster's Arctic Cheetah. And Rictus holding it back. Again, beautiful mech. 5 small pulse, 4 S6 Artemis. Coming in from Team 2 side, 601, we have Ghost Sun 2C in the Arctic Cheetah Shade or Shard. One of those. 6 Micro Pulso, love the little brawl. We have an Arctic Wolf, 2 Arctic Wolves coming in. Somebody was looking at SRMs. Ooh, with small pulse and a laser AMS just in case they bring some SRMs of their own. We have another 5 SRM2s, 4 SRM4s on the Arctic Wolf being powered by Sir Arminus, wonderful caster, or wonderful streamer as well. We have a Sunspider of 6 SRM6 Artemis and another Sunspider, beautiful camo, 6 SRM6 Artemis. So we got a lot of SRMs with small pulses going against some SRMs and small pulses with a little machine gun DACA. Teams are taking up position. No consumables going out yet. Cyberman going in for the early scout. Now with seismic sensor, maybe Ghost Sun can actually pick up that the mechs are above them. We do see the positioning taken up by 601. Looks like they are trying to engage the enemy, but want to know where they are. UAV coming out of Team Optic. So we see a little bit of advance. We do see Papa Spud taking the jump on Ghost Sun. Now, we talked about not wanting to be in the small ground, but looks like we did opt for it. Now, Papa Spud is getting hit by a lot of SRMs, dropping down to 94%. But they were able to disengage. Looks like Brandon was able to spot the full front of the team. Article was leading the charge. And here we go. A little bit of a scrap, a little bit of fight. SRM's flying. We did see a couple of the mechs drop. Oh, a lot of them actually dropped. Papa said actually trying to go up high in the high ground, but now they're in a full disengaged situation. Now the question is, will Team Optic drop as well, or will Papa said be able to get into the high ground eventually? Papa said does seem to be the focus of these shots, already losing their right arm out of that situation, or left arm. Right leg ready to pop, just trying to stay alive, but we do see Team Optic also dropping down, getting to the rear, but it looks like, Savage with an extra A is the focus of Team Optic. Papa Sud still being the focus. This is their right leg, left leg almost ready to go, almost popped in. There goes Papa Sud out of the fight. Savage is still being somewhat of the main focus, but we do see a little bit of mixed fires. The Timberwolves are trying to push off on the Arctic Wolves. Big little bit of re-engage back on in. Looks like Savage is still somewhat of the focus right here. How's Savage doing? Left leg ready to pop. Will they be able to get it? Both legs cored out. Both legs open. Left leg gone. Will the right leg going next? Yes, it was to Rictus. Now it looks like the Timberwolf is center TT open. Would you see a little scrap of Optic and Brandon trying to duke it out? Leg almost gone. Optic Seagull, the name of the team, trying to do this. Rictus is able to take out Brandon, coming in to help their fellow Timberwolf. Both Timberwolves down to 46% equally. Arctic Cheetahs are doing a good job trying to keep their distance, keep the info. Staying with Mechwarriors. Mechwarriors keeping their back so they don't actually get hit. Mechwarriors is is the focus for Team Optic. Right leg is now open, but the Optic Seagull does go down as far as like losing their torso. And there goes the CT right after that. Mechwarriors doing some good armor twisting, is able to keep some of the shots going, but looks like they're still being focused out. I believe they just lost their leg. No, they lost their torso out of it. Right, left leg open, and there they go. But not before taking out Rictus. It is now a 2v2 situation. Arctic Cheetahs versus Arctic Cheetahs and Arctic Wolf. Opponents flying, all of them having jump jets, all having the mobility. It's gonna be very close. The small pulse is doing great work on the Arctic Cheetah with the only a few pulses left. Looks like they did lose their arm and torso out of that fight. Just a little bit of a ring around the rosy. Who is gonna get lucky? Cyberman being focused by Sir Arminus. Grifster trying to get Sir Arminus off of Cyberman, and Ghost Sun taking him out as well. Cyberman does go down 46% of Grifster. Arctic Cheetah is doing what they can, using those jump jets. Right torso was still able to hang on, but now, right when I said it, it does go away. Being legged is going to be a dangerous situation with all those SRMs hitting the back of him. Small pulse is hitting him as well. Right leg almost gone, and there it goes. Very close match, very good fight. We do see 601 coming up on top, getting themselves 10 points, while Team Optic was able to get 3 kills out of that, which is going to net them 5 points in that fight. So well played, well fought, and what a scrap. Both teams vying for the bottom of the floor just because that's where the situation went. There's a match ID for them to look at later on. GG's being thrown out. Beautiful stuff, beautiful fight. And let's go on. So Brandon, 623 damage with that Arctic Wolf. Well played. Rictus bringing 490 damage with the Timberwolf. Woo. Good to see some Timby action, especially this early in the game. Well done. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do any predictions for you guys because it's going to be a little difficult to keep up with that. We did okay during the last cast, but without a little bit of moderation control, it's going to be a little difficult for me to make it happen. So, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. You're just going to have to cast your voids where you can. So I was really curious to see what 6.0 was running. So we do see a Night Gear come out of here, with Brandon bringing in 3 ER mediums and 4 large pulse. So a little bit of a push deck, actually. 4 UAC 5s coming out of that one. Maybe they could put some overrange sniping. 2 ER large and 6 ER mediums coming in Savage with the Hunchback 2C. Another Hunchback 2C. Ooh, 3 Hunchback 2Cs to speak of. Running the similar build, 6 ER mediums and 2 ER large lasers. And we have another one bringing 6 ER lasers and 6 ER mediums and 2 ER large lasers coming Sir Arminus. Now, coming out of Team Optic, we have Optic Seagull running the Viper. Assuming we're going to see some machine guns, maybe some lasers. Oh my goodness, look at that. Another 3 more Vipers coming out of altogether. We do actually see probably going to be the same build, like Griffs are running the same thing. Rick did the same thing, already claiming the domination zone. Now we have a Supernovas coming in the back, running 6 ER large lasers and another 6 ER large lasers coming in Papa Sud. Remember, Papa Sud was the one that's called to have the range, and they do have some beautiful decal situation going on. Now, the scout should be there. We do see some pot shots going at Optic Seagull, but nothing damage is actually happening. Hunchback 2C is using the fact that they do have jump jets, taking this little bit of a hill right here, which is going to make it difficult for anybody who doesn't have jump jets. However, except for the Supernovas, these Vipers can indeed get on top of them. We actually see a nice little receive setup. Looks like they're potentially expecting a little bit of brawl coming in at them. But what's going to happen, you're going to see some Supernovas coming around this corner. And these Supernovas are going to have some nasty range capabilities. Because those large pulses, while the grid and range is going to be almost there, these Supernovas are going to be able to do a good amount of damage to them. Now, it comes down, where are they going to set up? UAV coming out from 601. 601 still trying to put the shots onto the Vipers as much as they can. They do have the domination circle as well. I'm actually enjoying seeing this hold. Sure, he's making it utterly difficult to actually see, but it's probably going to help him out a little bit. And again, this is what it comes down to. So Team Optic does technically have the win in hand, with them being at 46 seconds compared to the 55, unless some kind of like alpha or beta gets taken out from 601 taking the harass. Now it's just going to be the waiting game. We have 7 minutes and 52 seconds, and technically both teams are playing the objective, so there's no way that anybody could be counting them out as like not being able to, like, wanting to actually get into the fight. Looks like Papa Set did take a peek, but they're 60R large lasers. This large pulse is probably doing a little bit of nastiness to him. Brandy being at 98%. Looks like Cyberman was thinking about making that peek, but decided against it. Again, with 60R large lasers, while the large pulse are going to be able to hit, they're going to have optimal range all day for those Supernovas. You do see a limited positioning coming out of Optic Seagull, just taking a very far back flank, knowing that the range should not be quite there, and be able to get the info in case they do try to take that Delta 5 side hill right here. All right, both these teams seem to be just happy. We're just sitting by, waiting for it to waiting for things to go down. We do see a little bit of mobility and movement coming out of Sir Arminus with their Hunchback. Mechwarrior is also taking a little bit of left side, keeping Savage at the back just in case they do need to pull back. The Night Gear is also retaining the same position. Shots going out towards Optic Seagull, dropping down to 88%. 601, making sure that those shots do get felt. Left arm a little bit orange, but not quite cored out. We do see Papa Said taking advantage of it, though, putting out their shots as well against Mechwarriors. But both mechs are at 99%. Now, this is the angle that I'm curious to see if this works out, because Mechwarriors does have the capabilities to actually do damage to it, but against 2 ER-large lasers versus potentially 12 ER-large lasers, Mechwarriors will not be able to win that trade. Artillery strike going out just to, let them know, hey, this is our area. Now, with that said, Optic Seagull is the lowest out of the Team Optic side. What a leader, taking all the damage for themselves. Now, the Vipers seem to be looking to doing a little aggression now, knowing that there's 2 Hunchbacks on that side. But this could be a kind of a hard exchange to make it happen. Will Mechwarriors and Sarmas come back? It looks like the Mechwarriors is actually dropping to 79%. Right torso is open. But these Vipers, if they're able to get in, or even like bide a little bit of the time and confusion. Oh, here we go. I think they're looking for those Night Gears. Now, those Night Gears do have ER mediums and UAC 5s, so those UAC 5s are going to be quite punishing on this full send. The Supernovas will need to start putting their shots out now, which they are. Trying to hurt into Brandon. Now, thinking about the Hunchback 2Cs is while they do have the firepower, they do not have the speed to kind of get back in. Brandon is forced to fall down, but this is actually good positioning for the Hunchbacks because they're able to help push those guys off. Again, large lasers coming out. This is not where these mechs want to be in. as that rear torso of Brandon is fully open and fully enveloped. Looks like Brandon's trying to stay alive, but does lose a leg. Viper still, Optic Eagle being not intimidated by this, is staying in that fight. The Vipers are going down onto Ghost. Sun Ghost is getting hit by the Supernovas again. Sorry, Sartor's going only one UX5 left alive. They're trying to see if they can take out the other leg of Ghost Sun. And they are able to clutch it, but not before Optic Eagle finally goes down. Or not even Optic Eagle, excuse me, Gripster. Optic Eagle still manages to hold on to the mech, even one left leg toward. Supernovas are taking a little bit of aggression now because they do have the capability to do so. Optic Eagle trying to make something happen. The Supernovas are not going to be able to quite see that angle, though. Good position coming out Savage. Now, because he peeks out a little bit, he's going to be able to shot. Rictus, though, the only other Viper in the situation, lost a leg in that fight, too. So it's going to be mostly up to the Supernovas to do the damage, to do the work. Brandon does have that there are still large pulses, 4 in fact. Papa Stud is trying to get some kind of angle out of it. I expect to see Savage able to get some shots into Rictus. Rictus is having to play very careful. That position is also going to get them exposed. So you're going to put a little bit small like lasers onto them and letting them know that I'm still here. Don't cut me out, coach. Mechwarriors and Armor is doing a good job maintaining what they can. Looks like there was a little bit of cooking action as Mechwarriors has lost their left leg, but they still have most of their main armament. In fact, I think they lost their ear mediums, but still, in this kind of range poke, this is fine. Rick is still trying to make something happen, but I do like the play coming out of Savage here. Savage still having their main armament, I believe. Yep, 60 mediums, 2 large laser gun, trying to sneak up on Sniper Man. Now, they do have the info what's happening right now, and there goes the back shot. Brandon finally able to take out Rictus. Rictus was just trying to do what they can to stay in that fight. Savage is in the fight. Torso being ripped. Unfortunately, this is the crossfiring that we're seeing right here. And that right torso is ready to pop it. There it goes. Oh, right arm. So got 3 large lasers, but I was going to say not for much longer. Now that side torso going does mean that the heat on the Supernova is going to be incredibly warm. Savage still maintaining the position. This is really good for them. Self-destruction by Mechwarriors. They did push their cooking, which, remember, the kills do matter. Papa Stud was able to take out Brandon in the fight, bringing this into a 2v2 situation. Because even a self-destruct does give points for the enemy team. So Sir Arminus still keeping all their weapons. Savage, check on them again. Only losing 1 ER beating in that fight. Again, the timer has now shifted to where if in 2 minutes and 23 seconds this match goes up, does mean that 601 does indeed win this match, unless you do something about those gates, but those gates are so far away. I like that Cyberman is trying to give their armor, give their damage. Trying to share the best they can. Sir Arminus, though, not out of the fight yet. Savage, though, trying to take the poke. They are pretty fresh, all things considered. Oh, but Papa Spud, I was to say, Papa Spud does need to stay back. They might have the aim, but they don't have the armor any longer. I like this push against Savage because, again, if they can take this mech out, this is all it comes down to. Looks like Savage, though, is going for the kill, which is what they should do. And it is traded back in. So Sniper Man versus Sir Arminus. Sir Arminus, though, is a little bit weaker with their right torso almost opened up. Now, left torso opened up, so it's going to come down who gets the peak. Ooh, both these fights coming very close. I mean, right now, both these teams are doing great. Oh, able to get that shot through the wall. Left torso still good in Cyberman. Sir Arminus, though, dropping down to... still got most of their main weapons. There they go. Able to take the Sniper torso, but cook their mech in the situation, which gives it to Sniperman. Sniperman was able to clutch it up and stay alive for their team. So that means Team Optic got themselves 10 points for this match. Well... not to take away from Sir Arminus, and for their team of 601, was able to get themselves 7 points out of this match. Publishing the stats so both teams could get it. There you go. It's also going to appear up here in the top left here in just a second. Boom, there it is. Great damage coming out of Team Optic. 897 Cyberman, but Papa Spud showing that aim with the 702 damage. Good position for both of them. Well done with the Supernovas. But again, Brandon's 824 damage and 719 coming to Sir Arminus. Love the Hunchback usage. I love the Night Gears being pulled out. And it's good to see some Supernovas. Vipers, of course, but it's good to see these other mechs come into play. Yeah, it definitely was a good match, the last one. And again, you got to pay attention to that timer, too. Like, 10 minutes is not that long for range traders to do range trading things. So it can be a little spooky and a little scary, and I think that's what it came out of it. All right, let's go check out 601 and see what their lineup's going to be. 601, Brennan with the Night Gear coming back out. We have Savage and the Supernova We have a Warmer 2C3 coming out from Ghost. We have a Timberwolf coming in Silver Ominous, and an Incubus 4. Nice little light mech coming out to give us some early game scouting. Let's check out some of the builds. Night Gear. Let's see, there's so many builds they can run. We're seeing the 3 Airwaves and 4 Large Pulse. They did a great job in the last one. Don't see why they can't bring it back again. 4 Large Pulse coming out of the Supernova. Timberwolf bringing 5 Airwaves and 2 Large Pulse. We're seeing that beautiful Warmer 2C. I think that's a Buccaneer pattern. Well done, well chosen. 4 Large Pulse, 3 Airwaves, and of course Mechwarriors and the Incubus 4 going in hot with the 6 ER mediums. Now, looking out of Team Optic, we have Lord Skippy in a Nova Cat B. Wait a minute, Nova Cat B, is that a Lerm drop or SRMs? We are seeing Lerms, 6 LRM 15s coming out of that Nova Cat B, 6 LRM 15s coming out of Lord Skippy's Nova Cat B, and Gripster bringing 6 LRM 15s with 2 ERMs, a couple of different backup weapons. Direwolf coming with 8 LB2s just in case it is a push brawl, and we have the Arctic Wolf coming out of Cyberman with 3 SRM 6s and 2 Narcs. Interesting on the 2 Narcs, so I guess so to make sure that they actually can keep the locks even if they lose their arm and torso. So we can look at that, everybody. We get to see our Lerm drop. Whoop, whoop. That's right, everybody. Cheer on your teams. I'm sorry I don't have any predictions going on for right now. I'll try to be a little bit better on it, but right now we're just focusing on the mech action. Oh, I'm really curious to see how it's going to play out. So for the position to work, we do see the Sniper Roost being utilized by the large pulse mechs. We don't have any info being gathered. We don't have any insight just yet. No UAVs going out as well. Looks like they are kind of keeping their heads on the swivel, trying to see what they could be doing. Nova Cats are trying to see, like, also take up their own positioning. Cybermen trying to get a little bit of scout info. They will spot the snipers now. Large pulses coming out. Looks like they are just letting people know. Now, the thing about the Lerm drop is that they have to either be super aggressive or hope something's dumb happens out of 601. The Cyberman is getting poked away. Mechwarrior is not needing to reveal anything. Doesn't even need to put up a UAV. Because remember, UAV might be good for info gathering, but it also lets someone know that there is somebody right there. Cyberman does drop to 91% because those large pulses do a lot of a fair amount of damage. Looks like they're spread it all around. Lord Skippy taking a little bit of the left side. Keeping their mech aware. Like now, Team Optic should be aware with the Cyber mechs, but again, 601 does not know that Lerms are being brought. I like the use of the artillery strikes trying to expose anything. We do see a shift coming out of Team Optic. Nova Cats going to the left-hand side. Arctic Wolf also trying to take a good position, waiting for the Nova Cats to be set up. That Direwolf is going to be the slowest one out of the scene with the 8 LB2s. Will be good for when the actual fighting begins. You see a little bit of a poke from the 2 ER mediums. Not a lot of damage can be had at this one. Looks like Brandon got pushed a little bit, but those large pulses, while not going to be as much as those ER mediums, is going to be 2 damage. We just do see a little dummy fire action. Unfortunately, the range is just too great. And Mrs. Zoo gets shot off. I don't think I have any. I have 1 AMS coming out of here. So AMS is going to do a little bit of work. Well, now 601 is aware that they will be doing Lerms. So at least one of their mechs is running Lerms. Arctic Wolf is still the one of the lowest. Gripster now taking a little bit of damage. But here, this is the issue, right? AMS doing a good job putting some damage, but I think that is outside of their range. So these missiles are not going to be doing anything. Unfortunately, it is going to come down to the Arctic Wolf to do something with it. They do spot the Mechwarriors for a second. If they can somehow catch this mech out of the fight early. Ooh, we do get it hit. That might have even been a narc. But again, with the positioning there. Now, the SRM-6s could potentially win this fight. But they're not going to let them have it. No UAVs still being put up by these teams. Wolf wants that grab. I mean, if they can somehow get Mechwarriors out of this, this could be really good. Because right now, 8 LB2s finally come into action with Papa Spud. I mean, against a trade, the large pulse is not doing as much damage. We do see Brandon down to 90%. Those AC2s are going to start farming here in a second. Because the large pulses are not going to be optimal range, but those LBs are going to be at range. Savage getting hit again and again and again. Dropping down to 79%. Again, just being farmed currently. With not much recovery fire going to be able to come out. Looks like this Direwolf is going to be able to get down to 68%. The mech is able to get out of it. Now, just to notice that Direwolf is down to 86% as well, but look how where the armor's all spread out everywhere. Loremech's trying to get a different angle. Again, Cyberman trying to get that value. We see missiles going out. I think we saw the narc, but again, with that cover right there, the Cyberman not going to be able to get much utility out of this. It's just unfortunately getting terrible traits. Right now, it might be Papa Sud who brings us back. I mean, 71% for that night gear now. Anything open up? Let's take a look. Nope, nothing quite. Artillery straight coming out. Getting at least a little bit of damage on there. AMS coming in clutch. Oh, Cyberman has to stay alive if we want to see anything out of this. Like, right now, again, look at the clock. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Match is in 601's favor. Like, they have the point. Now, they could just time it out and give only 1 point to 601. That is a strat in the sense that no one's actually looking to be losing. Like, everyone's still playing the field. Oh, man, they really want that mech bad. I mean, again, Papa Sud is what's going to be doing the most work right now. Both legs on Savage opened up. We do see a position because it looks like 601 does not just want to sit idly in the night. They do want their points. They do know that the Arctic Wolf has been over here this entire time. We do see it looks like a lock on Savage, the only one with AMS. But I like the shifting coming at 601. Is against that direwolf. This is not kind of like a damage they want to do. Oh, Sniper Man about to get caught out though. Unfortunately, because the full team is here. That leg is ready to pop. And that cover is still there. UAV coming out of Team Optic, so they will have these missile locks. Brandon taking some LRM damage right now. But Sniper Man does indeed go down. So it's going to come to UAV in a hopefully good position. We do see Lord Skippy taking a little bit of aggressive action. Optic Seagull doing the same thing, trying to spread out so they can get locks on no matter what angle they go. Again, that direwolf is going to keep them into the fight. Because Brandon's down to 59% now. Nothing opened up just yet. Just looks like this to... oh, wow. Supernova still... Oh, we got a leg out of that fight. But Zarya's actually losing the right leg. It's going to be a tough spot. Especially if these Lermans keep on circling around. It might need to be a called push coming out of 601 if they want to make sure to get scoop a couple more points out of this one. Direwolf shifting to the right. Ghost Sun still pretty fresh, all things considered. Ooh, Nova Cat B, Lord Skippy. Again, this is the thing about these Lerms, is that you want to be close, but you got to be careful how close you get. They were able to get one of the kills. Now, unfortunately, with what the weapons are going to be on this mech, I know there is some backup weapons, but one ER medium is not going to cut it against a large pulse ER medium build. The LRMs do damage opposed to Innisphere mechs, but again, it's not a lot. Oh, we do see a power down coming in Optic Seagull. Unfortunately, that mech is going to be killed. Nova Cat B, Ghost Sun actually making a big shift over here. Sir Armin is still pretty fresh in the back. The mech is scooped up, so now it's a 2v3 situation. Again, that direwolf is potentially going to get a lot of value unless they're out of ammo. I'm not seeing any shots coming out of Papa Sud. So either they're really trying to make sure their shots count, or I think they might have run out of ammo. Which, again, with them being the only range mech, they probably were wanting to put a lot of ammo out of that fight, but it looks like it was not enough. And it will go to 601. Which, hey, the Lerm drop didn't quite work out. Losing that Arctic Wolf was a big pickup. But again, the position coming out 601, denying a lot of that range capabilities of the LRMs. Again, Papa Stud brought their direwolf, and it did great amount of damage, but it looks like the ammo needed just to be a little bit more. All right, so there is a match ID for everyone. Let's check out that damage. And we got coming out of 601, 599 damage out of Brandon in that night gear. Once again, good job, Brandon. And Papa Sud with 759 damage. Definitely the biggest farm out of this one. But again, they need a little more ammo considering that their LRMX were not able to get into a good position to rain fire. A good positioning from all this team, especially Mechwarrior, staying alive, not letting their light mech get picked off early. Well done, well played. So that's going to be 10 points for 601. And again, Team Optic managed to get 2 kills out of that. So that was going to net themselves 3 points out of that altogether. But again, Team Optic is not out of this yet. They can easily bring it back. Let's see if they can do it. All right. Ooh, already liking what I see as we see some executioners coming out of Team Optic. 6 medium pulse, 5 micros. We have SRM 6s and 7 micro pulses, 4 medium pulses coming out of Papa Spud. Over here, there we go. We got the Summoner with the 4 SRM 6s, 5 small pulses. Another Summoner with 5 SRM 6s, and another Summoner bringing 5 SRM 6s with Artemis. Now, that's a little bit of a brawl push coming Team Optic, and not to be disappointed, 601 obliging with the same. We have an Orion bringing LB-20 4S-6 Artemis and 2 Flamers, AMS as well. LB-20 4S-6 Artemis is opting out of the Flamers, same build with Sir Artemis, same build coming Ghost Sun, and way in the back, another Orion to see just doing its best. Go, Brandon, go! Trying to make it over there. Laser AMS coming in as well. And both these teams taking that side push. Now, the Executioners are going to have to be a little careful because their team is not here, and those Orions are going to want it. Optic Seagull kind of seem like they're actually okay with this kind of push. But unfortunately, I think Optic Seagull might be in a tough spot. Now, those Flamers are going to do a little bit of work with the 6 mini pulses. Oh, it looks like we already see a little damage. Oh, let's see some micro pulses going out. Optic Seagull just needs to stay alive. They do have the jump jets to get out of that fight. It looks like they do it. Great damage done to 39% of Optic. Looks like they are going for legs. Jump jets were able to save that mech out of it. Now let's see if Team Optic's going to be able to bring it back. Shots still going in from the Orion. Savage being the focus here. Already lost one leg. Will they be able to get the other one? Summoners are going in by Grifter. Grifter, will you be able to go with the kill? Not going for the finish, but instead going for the other Orions. But there we go. It looks like Savage was able to get Papa Set, but Sniper was able to get Savage in return. Two mechs dying on top of each other. And we got Ghost Sun going down the other right to see both the summoners pulling back. It looks like Sir Artemis is trying to use the advantage of the fact that they do have the LB-20s for the range. Summoners going back in. Looks like Mechwarriors is going full and is able to get the kill on Optic Seagull because remember, every kill matters. And traded it back out. Mechwarriors does go down, so it is a 3v2 situation. But look at those summoners all beaten up, all ready to go down. With these Orions being fairly fresh, we do see good focus fire coming out. That left leg laser aim is doing what it can, but still going down. Lord Skippy at 42%, trying to stay alive in this fight. The CT is almost gone. Sir Omnis is trying to get the kill and does get in. Sir Omnis, will they be able to be the hero for 601? Will they be able to bring it back? Sniper Man doing what they can to keep the shots going. They do lose a leg. Sir Omnis is now stuck with two summoners doing what they can, putting in the damage, using the added mobility. Grips are trying to intercept some of that damage. And Cyberman able to claim it up. Woo! Wow. I was really unsure of how that was going to go, but it was good to see a brawl fight in this part of the neck of the woods. And honestly, I wasn't sure with, Optic Seagull getting pretty close into that fight. I didn't know if they were actually going to be able to get out of it, but they managed to do it, even with the great focus fire coming at 601. Sir Arm is bringing 733 damage, taking that back hit, and was able to stay alive because of it. But Cyberman bringing 627 damage with that summoner. Ooh, baby. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, that was... See? Team Optic managed to get themselves 10 points out of that fight. Oh, Mining Collective. So beautiful. Much pollute. All right, so coming out at 601, let's see what they bring. And from the depths, they emerge. So we're seeing a Marauder 2C, a Mad Cat 2C, a Direwolf Prime, a Kodiak, and another Marauder 2C. Scorches, by the way. So are we looking at the LB-20 SRM builds? All right, Savage and Direwolf, what do you got for me, homie? 2 UAC-10, 60 Urmans, 2 large poles. Ooh, 4 UAC-10s, 1 laser AMS coming out of that Kodiak by Brandon. Ghost Sun bringing 2 LB-20s and 4 SRM-6 Artemises. And the Marauders, look at that, 2 LB-20s, 4 SRM-6s from Mechwarriors, and 2 LB-20s, 4 SRM-6s from Sir Artemis. Now, Skyridge of Terror, or excuse me, Team Optic, we're seeing Kodiak, 4 LB-10s, 4 heavy medium lasers. Bloodass, so 3 UAC-5s and 1 UAC-10. Mad Cat 2CB, bringing 2 UAC-5s, 2 UAC-10s, and another Mad Cat B, bringing the same bit by Gripster. And a Huntsman Packet, bringing 8 SRM-6 Artemis. So definitely brawl into brawl, heavy brawl into brawl. So now, the only thing I would give towards Team Optic right off the bat is the fact that they have a mech that can scout out. They have the info that can be given out. Looks like they are pushing up that echo line. Ooh. It's going to be who's going to catch who. Now, they don't have that much info. Optic Seagull could get a little of that scout. They're kind of watching that right-hand side. But they know where the spawns are. They know that they did mirror the spawns. But both these teams seem to be kind of grouped together. Cyberman about to peek that angle. That's not an angle they're going to want to peek, though. Boom, and that's why. Because that's a lot of damage that just got yeeted into them. Cyberman in that exchange. not doing too much damage, does lose a little bit of their torso, and there goes the full call for that one. Now, Optic is going to be able to get some nasty back shots out of this one. Strike coming out, artillery strike. Brandon dropped to 97%, but mostly all pretty fresh. Ghost Sun looking to take a little bit of advantage, but what they don't want from 601 is to run into the same thing that was just done to them. Cyberman doing a smart maneuver, actually pulling back for their team. Optic trying to do some work, but dropped down to 88% in their mech. So right now, as things stand, 601 has a win condition. They put out more damage in that exchange. They don't really need to push. Like, everyone knows where they roughly are. Now, the question is, what is Team Optic going to do? They know where they're set up. Their Huntsman is not going to be able to peek without taking too much damage. Looks like they're looking at a little bit of a range. Looks like they're just... Mechwarriors like, come back here! I want more of you! Now, the question is, will they go for an assault? Like, would they actually go for the game mode? Obviously, Bill is the most mobile of this one. This would force the enemy team to move out of position. Not a lot of points, admittedly. The scout will not happen. They won't be able to spot this mech. I think Optic Seagull is going to do that. I think they're going to go for the assault base. Because with that kind of pull, I mean, it's only 1 point. And I don't know if 601 is going to even oblige it. Ooh, actually, we do see a little bit of a shift. Almost like if they're reading the call. A 5-minute delay is on. Yeah, it's on. Okay. But I think this is a good read out of 601. Knowing that their base is going to be somewhat threatened. They don't have great line of sights on it. Especially if Optic Seagull actually takes a good position for it. There we go. Base is being touched. Now, with the rest of the mechs, looks like they are still set up to, if the brawl push was going to happen to them, they receive it. Now, again, 601 doesn't actually have to, like, kill this mech. They just got to threaten it. Just got to push it off. And it looks like that threat has indeed happened. Mechs are dropping down. But again, with the range that we're seeing at, maybe the Mad Cat can get some good fire. Because again, these are all like LB20's SRM6 builds, right? But like, I think that we saw the... What was it? Not the Direwolf. Well, I guess the Direwolf has some large bolts. Yeah, it was the Kodiak has the 4 UAC-10s. We do see some shots coming out of Ghost Sun from the Mad Cat. So the Mad Cat and the Bloodhounds actually have the range profiles to actually do something about this. But there goes the large pulses and the mediums that I was talking about. Out of that Direwolf, being able to put some pressure, some firepower. We do see Brandon getting a little close for this. Again, this is going to come down to it. Will that info be going up? I don't see any UAVs going out. Oh, Sniper Band, unfortunately, is the one in the last in the back, is getting focus out of this one. Now, Brandon's not in a great spot, but then again, Sniper Man was caught. All right, Optic Seagull getting hit from all ends, but Rictus coming in, seeing if they can at least even this up. Going for legs, actually. Was able to get the leg. Rictus is getting shot up, but they're about to run into a Scorch, and boom, there goes the Scorch. Taking off that arm almost instantly. Kodiak being focused, and Papa Stud is able to catch it with the Mad Cat B. But these are some fresh mechs, and Mechwarriors is actually catching that blood ass as well. Optic Seagull doing what they can to try to press harassment out. Papa Stud is in a good position to range into the Mechwarriors. Mad Cat B getting in close, but again, with those UAC-10s on this mech, I mean, it's 2 UAC-10s versus 2 UAC-10s. We do see a leg pickup out of that one. Papa Set did have to drop, unfortunately, able to still put some shots, but their positioning is going to be tough because of these mechs pushing on the left-hand side. Grifter was able to be taken out by Savage because it was not able to get much firepower in. Papa Set does look like they're trying to at least scrape that 1 kill. If they could get it, that would be good for them. Papa Set trying to push for the heat, but did not get the kill. It's going to be all up to Optic Seagull to see if they can at least snatch 1 kill out of the situation. Oh, self-destruction actually coming out of Mechwarriors, so they were able to get the points after all. Because remember, 601 needs these points because they're in the lower part of the division. They have the lowest points out of the tournament right now. Team Optic can kind of get away with not having as many points, as many kills. But I mean, it's with this kind of format, you want to get as many as you can. And boom, beep, 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 beep. Ghost Sun calls it. Optic C goes down. 10 points going to 601. And another 3 points going into Sky Rangers of Terror. Team Optic still keeping at least a decent lead with their points. There goes the published stats. There's your match ID for the people who need to report it. And looking at the damage, once again, Brandon being, I think, the one that led the team the best, or both that. best, excuse me, with 663 damage. Mechwarrior is not being counted. That was 611. Papa Sud showing that range and that strategic mindset. 859 damage. Well played, well fought by both teams. Honestly, they both did a great job. They really did. All right, with the music for the final moments. Make sure you guys get to see the points being adjusted here and now. Good job, 601, bringing themselves 45 points, which is a beautiful amount of points. That's exactly what they wanted. But Team Optic keep themselves at 31 points as well. And that's it, everybody. We got to see it. We got to have it. It was a lot of fun to watch. Great job, teams. Good luck in your next match. There we go. And that's it, everybody. We have it here. So Team Optic, 31 points. 601, 45 points. Also winning that 1v1. And I kind of want to showcase this real quick because it is kind of important. And that's going to be the tournament record. So right now, looking at this, the Team Optic, right? They're already at third. They got themselves 31 points, which is going to put them at 105. Depending on how Team 2 did, which we haven't had those. Oh, looks like Swords and Sabers did lose that one. Raptor Talon's able to clutch it up. So that actually might be already adjusted. So they have claimed second place with that win. Look at that. But 601 getting themselves 45 points. Puts them at 86 points. Thrusting them up all the way up into third or fourth place out of that one. Taking out Deep Pre-Free Savages and CDUA with their match yet to be played. Nope, that match already being played, and I'm assuming already adjusted. We'll have to check on that one. It looks like that, yep, that's already been adjusted as well. So yeah, congratulations, 601. It's going from 6th to 4th place with that one. And good job to Team Optics. Managed to get 2nd place out of that. Still 2 more weeks out of these teams. Still a lot to see. Raptor Talon's currently leading it for Division H with a mighty fine lead, might I say. But look at that, everybody. MWO still alive, still doing stuff, still kicking above. And honestly, this is what I like about these kind of teams, these kind of fights. No matter what division you are, with these tournament in particular, 5v5 format, we have 45 teams actually participating in. Thank you very much, Blue Devil Spawn, and thank you much for Mr. Bear for organizing these teams, making it all actually possible for us to participate. And again, easy shout out to MW Comp and all the wonderful casters out there. Kraz and Livefish doing all the behind scenes work, answering all the questions that probably get asked of them millions of times, especially by me, at least. But everybody, my name is Yuntow. This has been Mechwarrior Online, the competitive side of things. Quick play is amazing. Faction play is amazing. Comp play, it just hits different. It's just good. All right. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate everybody who did. Easy shout out to Rictus, Lord High Admirals, Commander Varod. Thank you very much for the follows. I hope you enjoyed. I'll make sure I get this link up so you guys can look at it at your own time. But now, after being up for nearly, it's going to get close to about 18 hours, and I still have many hours ahead of me. I'll see you in the next one. If you're interested in my casting, you think I do a good job, hit me up. All I will promise you, I'll keep it excited. I'll keep it fun as much as I can, and I'll keep talking so you get to hear my lovely voice and get to see these beautiful pilots do all the work. And again, shout out for these teams. 601 Team Optic, you make this fun. You make this easy. Keep being you. And I'll see you on the battlefield. Bye!